Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Lord N. And today, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon. So, with that in mind, I'm going to be reviewing a superhero film titled Avengers Infinity War, which I do have the tickets for here, folks. The ticket stub, whatever you call it. Yep. I don't know. Maybe I should make that be a thing nowadays. Whenever I go to see a movie, I sell my ticket stuff. I don't know. I did that before in my other video. But anyway, yeah. I know it belongs to Marvel and whatever, but it's technically been helped through Disney and whatnot. So you can still call it technically a Disney film in a way. So it counts. It counts. So this is part of the expanded universe that Marvel has been doing for several years already. And this is the 19th film in the series of films they've been doing on. So, I'll be reviewing, like I mentioned a moment ago, Avengers Infinity War. So, of course, as always, let's just get into the plot, shall we? Yes. All the Avengers do make an appearance here, folks. They do make a return in this big action-packed film, along with the other characters, such as the characters from Doctor Strange and the other characters as well from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volumes 1 and 2 make an appearance here. So basically, this is a one big team up kind of a movie. Even the Incredible Hulk makes a return as well, along with the other character, Spider-Man. So he still has that relationship with Tony Stark going on here, folks, which is pretty cool. And let's just say, not everything is exactly stable. Black Panther's here as well, along with his group of people. And this is pretty chaotic. It becomes pretty chaotic rather bad, folks. Yeah, because a certain villain character does make an appearance in here, folks. Whom I must say is probably the best part of the film, because he does come off like a well-rounded character. Well, what do you know? A villain with a motive that makes sense? Well, the thing is that most comic book movies, not all of them, but majority of comic book films, they tend to have villains that are one-dimensional, lack actual motivation. They tend to have villains that are just mean, just for the sake of being mean or whatever. And yeah, that's the thing, folks. But at least with this particular film, the villain himself didn't come off one-dimensional, really. I can't say these special effects in this film was actually quite good. This has to be a really expensive film that was made. As a matter of fact, it was. This film did have a huge budget to its name, and that's definitely a good thing, folks. There's plenty of sets that was used for this film, and when I say a lot of sets, I mean a lot of sets that were actually used throughout the entire film, folks. So yeah. You can actually tell they had a big budget this time around, so that's a good thing there, I suppose. It definitely made this film come off like it was a grand adventure, and I do have the hunch that was intentionally done, which is fine by me, folks. It's action-packed, it never slows down for a single moment, and if it does slow down, it's usually really just to explain something, but even that is short-lived. So, I mean, what I'm saying here is that, just like I said a moment ago, it's very action-packed, very fast-paced. The pacing in this film is really brisk, so I do think that's a good thing there. This is an action film after all, so it should be fast-paced. Of course, it's going to have a two-parter, so yeah, it's not going to explain every little thing right away. So, just so you know, folks, there will be some loose ends. But keep in mind, if anybody watches this film, that's done on purpose. One thing I would also say that, folks, I would also say that the thing is that I would explain that film is a part of a cinematic universe, as I mentioned before, so you do have to be aware that's connected with the other films as well. So yeah, there's lots of connections to it, and there's of course side stories as well. So that can be a good thing for this film, because many people are familiar with it, but then at the same time, that can also be a problem because not a whole lot of people are familiar with the previous films as well. Sort of reminds me of the whole Star Wars expanded universe. You do have to be familiar to some of it to a degree, so you can get the idea what's going on in the grand scheme of things, so it can actually make sense. So yeah, that's the thing, folks. This could be a good or bad thing depending on the person and if you're patient enough to actually read through some of the stuff and will actually watch some stuff as well. And speaking of that kind of a thing, and in the scene in this film, kind of reminded me of a similar scene. The film was being raided to some alien women in Star Wars. So yeah, it gets pretty crazy in that particular scene. I know I'm being somewhat vague, but that scene that was being raided, what got really crazy, and it's one of my favorite scenes in the film. So yeah, there's plenty of crazy scenes in this film, folks, and it does get pretty tense, is what I'm saying here. So the dialogue is pretty well written, and as for the acting is actually pretty good as well. And overall, this film was well produced, I guess you can say. The editing was really well done. I like the editing. The music was pretty good. It did help overall, so I can't really complain about it really. So, a pretty good film, folks. So yeah, this one wasn't too bad, I suppose. I liked it. It may not be some grand masterpiece like some people may have made out to be, but it's a good movie. A really good action-packed film. And it was delivered what it was supposed to be doing, folks. This series of films was pretty much building up to this moment, so to speak, anyway. So it took quite a while. So it was pretty much action-packed, very straight to the point. And yeah, it did have a pretty good story overall, which of course was a good thing. So, yeah. I honestly feel like I didn't waste my money on this. So anyway, I do recommend it. And if you don't go out and watch it right away, you can always catch it on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. So anywho, it will get an overall rating of a 7.3 out of 10. It gets a 7.3 out of 10 from me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching, and take care. See ya.